Welcome back, people. How you doing? Number 9 on the channel. This is going to be mainly to do with my outlook and perception of hybrid cars, conventional hybrids, the way they're sold, the way they're advertised, who's buying them, why people are buying them. Let's have a rant. Okay, here we go. Let's get straight into this graph you see here. Left hand side is a 100% electric vehicle, a BEV, a battery electric vehicle. Motor, inverter and a large battery. E-Power, BMW system basically, very similar to the range extender where you've got a motor, an inverter and a very small power generator in the back. But again, high output motors, big battery pack. Conventional hybrid, not the same. Big fossil fuel engine, very small battery pack and a motor and a low output one at that. Believe me when I say this is not a crack at Toyota. Toyota makes some great cars and I've owned 2 actual Toyota Priuses, the 1.5 litre and the 1.8 later model. Both were great cars, but dated old tech in my eyes now. So why people are jumping on the bandwagon and buying the same old tech that Toyota was shoving out say 12 to 15 years ago is totally beyond me. Honda's little CRZ always looked the part, but kind of never was. And the Honda Insight, well, pretty bland to look at. Not a bad interior, but was never as good as the Prius as regards miles per gallon. Toyota Corolla, very reliable car, made in the UK, but my God, so boring. So, why do people buy them? If they're boring, dull, mundane, and even slow, there must be a reason. Well, there is. Can't deny number 1, cheaper road tax. Number 2, more MPG. 3, controversial point maybe, but it's a fact. They haven't bought an electric car, they bought a battery assisted car. Totally different concept, totally different ball game. Some of the advertising gimmicks and slogans used by some of the companies like lead to charge and self-charging are a bit pretentious to say the least. They're not selling you an electric car, they're selling you a fossil fuel car with a very small battery pack. I personally just don't get it. The new Toyota Corolla is now being made with a 2 litre engine. A 2 litre engine. Things are getting bigger and bigger on the fossil fuel side. That is totally wrong in 2021. When people are meant to be aiming at better fuel economy, why go bigger on the engine size just to create more brake horsepower? The examples you've seen there in the photos basically are the forerunners of what is available today. And mechanically, exactly the same, possibly better interiors. The new Corolla is quite sharp looking inside nowadays, far better than it ever was. You have to ask yourself, who buys hybrids? Well, I put it into 3 different categories. The 3 are the kind of ones who have been a bit BS'd by listening to too many adverts thinking they're electric cars, because let me tell you folks, a conventional hybrid is not an electric car. Secondly, businesses, companies for hire cars and lease cars, purely because I don't know what tax breaks are available, but obviously they're going to be lower tax and they do a bit more to the gallon. That is the old concept and idea of a hybrid in my opinion, the fact that you're buying it purely because you want more miles per gallon. I can't see any other advantage over buying a regular petrol car. Emissions wise, bit of a scandal in my eyes, allegedly, because at the end of the day you've got a 1.8 litre petrol dyno fuel engine in the front of that Toyota and a smaller one in the Honda, creating the same exhaust fumes out the back as most smaller engines would. The little battery packs in them that are built into them with this garbage regarding self-charging, and again it's the phrase I've become to hate. I believe there was some fracas about it and Toyota got took to court, or there was something against it. Something happened legally and they got away with it, and they are allowed to advertise their cars as self-charging. And now Subaru's jumped on the bandwagon, and it wouldn't surprise me if Honda used the same kind of phrase in somewhere around the world. All it basically does is, you still need that fossil fuel engine to go forward and propel that car. Simple.
Well, I'm going to sum up this one, and I believe that's correct. Is that posted there? Look. That's right. And now I've changed. This is the third top I've got on for this video, so I do care what I look like. Okay, just to sum up, as regards hybrid cars, would I buy one? No, I wouldn't. Would I recommend one? No. If you're buying it purely because you're thinking you're getting on the electric bandwagon, don't buy it. If you're buying one because you want a bit more miles per gallon and a bit less emissions, yeah, okay, treat yourself to one. If it was a freebie from work, fine, great. You're helping towards that zero emissions sooner or later. If you have the choice of either a full BEV electric vehicle or a hybrid, please go for the full BEV. Don't bother with a hybrid. And please remember that Toyota will be dropping these things, and probably Honda as well. And I know they already have started to in Honda. So these hybrids are not long to be vanished and banished. And so when Toyota come out with their full electric scale of things, then that's the time to look at Toyota again, in my opinion. And I probably will have a look to see what they've got. So again, I'm going to close this one down. Thanks for looking. It'll be my 10th coming up. Wow, okay. So the next one will be number 10. But for now, subscribe, comment below if you want to. Please subscribe, thumbs up on the channel. Plenty more to come. Later.